I knew that was gonna come in handy eventually.
All right, I'm getting the calling line ready.
Oh,
Turning my Wi-Fi off. Ringer off. Come on in, everybody. Okay, there we go. There we go. Come on in. Come on in.
214-616-2808. That's the number. Write it down. If you'd like to give us a call, like to comment a shout out over the next hour. We're about to go and get everything started. It's Grown Folks Business, the podcast.
For sure, for sure.
Rock it, man.
All right, guys. All right. What it do? Happy Wednesday, hump day. If we need to focus in a little bit more, let me know so I can get us focused in. Like I said, we don't have our cameraman today. So
he in traffic.
We working this thing on our own today. So I'm trying to let a couple more people get in. I got a couple people already on mine. YouTube, let's talk about our social media outlets. So our YouTube page is Grown Folks Business Only. Oh, our cameraman just walked in the door, so we may be saved a little bit. Kyle, I had to leave you plugged up.
Well.
So it's right here. I got it. I mean, which if you want to keep it right there, you can. But if you would rather pick it up, it's up to you. Because I feel like we're far, but I don't know if it's just because I'm looking at myself or what. So whatever you need to do. So our YouTube channel is Grown Folks Business Only. That's also our Instagram plug, also our TikTok and our Twitter. Grown Folks Business Only. Our Facebook is just Grown Folks Business Podcast. We appreciate you. We thank you for tuning in today. We got a lot of hot shit to talk about today. So let's go ahead and get this thing started.
What are we doing tonight? Tonight we are doing, ladies, men, the ultimate question, the ultimate goal, the pinnacle of every relationship. Can you truly be happy being involved with a person that does not want to get married? Like when two people initially find each other, they find happiness, they find peace, they find finances, they find sexual security, they find emotional security.
We backwards, Kyle.
And eventually they end up finding a conversation that talks about marriage. That's normally 6 months, 3 months, 2 months, but whatever. If that person has given you that significant amount of time, that block of happiness, that block of peace, trying to find a consistent relationship with stability in today's society, do you perish the relationship because they don't want to get married? Can you truly be happy knowing that this is it? There would be no bells, there would be no
9 o'clock, baby.
I don't know. It's a good time to call in. Let me hear what you got to say about it. Me, myself, I feel like marriage is within the man. You know, the Bible says, blessed is he that finds a wife, not a wife that goes out and traps a husband.
Right.
The Bible don't say, I'm going to just make him marry me. It didn't say that. A lot of people twist the words to benefit themselves, the words of the Holy Book. The heart wants what the heart wants. If she's acting like a wife, and she's treating you like a wife, and she's there for you as a wife without being a wife, she's already in training. You'd be a damn fool not to marry her.
Training?
Yeah, she's in training because you got to interview for the ultimate job.
There's no training.
See, that's why we ain't married.
There's no training.
It is.
First of all, it's natural, so there's no training. Okay?
Man, listen, this is what I don't understand about women. Mercedes-Benz will let you take home a $200,000 automobile for the weekend. Test drive it, see if you enjoy it. They want you to commit to it. 6-7 years of paying.
It's a purchase.
$1,000
a marriage is not a purchase.
Yes, it is. I'd rather have the car than the woman.
It's not.
But you'll sit up and y'all act like when you meet this man, you're not in already wife mode to be a wife. You got to show me.
I need my people.
Show me. I'll divorce you. Just like I committed to you, you're looking at a man that is a divorcee. I will leave you. Yes, it is a trained, skilled job. Straight up. No matter what a woman says, a man chooses a wife. That's straight up. And then a lot of y'all get married and some of y'all just act like that's it. I got them. I can chill now. I can start wearing these dusters and these moo-moos around the house, it's gonna be all right. Man, you better keep them.
I'm inviting a couple of friends on right now so we can get some opinions, because me, myself, I don't feel like that we as women are wise in training, because a man can't train us how to be a wife. Let's start there.
But we know what we want for ourselves.
And we know how to be a woman, and we know how to be a wife.
You know how to be the woman that your mom and dad and them told you how to be.
No, sir. That's not true.
We
because
know,
my mama was never a wife, so my mama couldn't have taught me how to be one.
But being an experienced woman, I'm pretty sure she has her own identity and direction.
My mama. See. So it's kind of hard to say that. Like for instance, there was no training. We never had a man to live with us my whole damn life.
Well, I mean, I don't
know.
So
there was no example for me far as seeing my mom's interaction with a man in the house, because my mom didn't play that.
Well, my whole thing is, it's the man that has to be comfortable about the wife he choose. I'm sorry. A man not married no trash. Brother, speak out. Call in, text, comment.
No, I didn't say they were married trash, but we're not in training though.
Yes.
No.
Well, it's an interview.
No. It's an interview. It's an interview, but it's not training. A man cannot train a woman. Only thing a man can train a woman how to do is be what he wants.
Right.
And that's it, and how he wants. That don't mean that's the right way just because that's how he wants it.
She has to acclimate herself unto the man that she wants to be her husband. She got to know. She got to adjust. The man getting to choose her.
Y'all like, share, and comment. Like, share, and comment.
You take it, and you don't really like her like that, y'all ain't gonna be married long. A lot of y'all forget, for as fast as we went down that aisle, I can take you down that courtroom aisle too. I ain't got time.
See, and they married trash, but it had nothing to do with training. They married trash because they were trash from the very beginning.
You can't say that.
Yes. So you're saying because she wasn't trained properly, she became trash?
No, I'm saying that sometimes women get defensive when it comes to the personal life as far as being a wife. He did this. I can't believe he done that. I'm his wife. I'll show him. Or you know what? She started doing some bullshit.
I don't know nothing about that, about the I show him stuff.
Man, please. And then this will also kill me about, you really can't be all the way happy in marriage. Don't nobody have nothing to say about what y'all got going on in y'all house as long as y'all boyfriend and girlfriend. But as soon as you get married, here come mama opinion about her marriage.
Most mothers are already coming in while you're just
it become front page news.
Right.
It become front page news. Then here come all the family members about what they think. Say, man, you need to go live with them. If you want to bring their rules into a household in which you and your man made, no, each relationship has to be customized to the two people that's involved. No two ingredients are the same.
D, what are you saying facts to? I need to know exactly what you're saying facts to, so we'll know exactly what the viewers are saying. So it says, we know you said that. So Pale said women should know their place. So what is their place though?
To adapt and adjust to build a home and a household with a man that has trying to love you and provide security in a family. Y'all act like the man ain't really just all this needed or man, no. We the one breaking this thing open right here. That's what the good books say. That's what's wrong with y'all. That's why I wouldn't marry you for nothing in the world.
Boy, who cares? Who gives a damn?
I'm just saying.
So it says men have to learn as well. This shit is work for both ways. Men can't teach a woman nothing but about himself.
Acclimating the woman to the man's desire.
So somebody said, so since you say that, does your daddy train you how to be a husband?
Part of becoming a man is emulating the men that you saw before you.
Come on, E say calling in. 214-616-2808. We waiting on you.
Part of being a husband is you have to mature and understand the directions of your life and what you want. for yourself as a man before you go try to mold or build a franchise behind your thought process. Some husbands are not really men. They just damn fools that a woman fell in love with. They say this is what we supposed to do. That's why the divorce rate is at 81%.
2808E. I just put it in the comments and I just pinned it.
I myself, being a man that I married young. I was a damn fool to marry.
Women have not been a wife for themselves.
I was a damn fool to marry. I wasn't had enough mental growth as a man, so I was a tad bit.
Thank you, Danielle.
Like on edge if everything went wrong, but I felt like you my wife, and I ruined the individual's life
because there's no training. But one of our viewers says, my mom didn't bring any men into our house, so I didn't know she dated until I was older. I wasn't trained to be a wife. Marriage takes two, and it takes a lot of work. It comes from learning from your mistakes. Nobody goes into a marriage perfect. God and communication is the key. You have to be willing to work together. Oh, well, come on then. Say what you got to say.
Work together.
Why don't you call in then, D? E, go on and call in, E.
If they work together on the light bill.
Yes, some marriages do. Every household is not the man takes care of the house.
Man, I was raised to be a provider, be a man, stand up, go get it and come back with it. That's how I know.
Exactly. My niece says, real talk. All mothers did not train. All mothers did not show you because they didn't bring individuals into the home. So there's no training. This is something that you have to learn. So just because you're in a marriage and you do things away, that's just of how you know how to do things on your own experience.
But each marriage is different though. It's two different ingredients. It's two different outcomes. What worked for one marriage might not work for the next.
Okay, Freddie, I got your comment. Oh, you too. Press y'all, I got you. I got y'all. Let's hear what E got to say on the phone. Let's go, E.
Welcome to the show, Eric.
What's up, folks? Hey, one thing I'm telling you is it's all about your experience. Me and my wife are together, and I grew up with two parents. The way I treat my wife is the way I saw my father treat my mother, and vice versa. She came from an absolutely different background, where it wasn't as she had a mother and a father, everything wasn't as settled as it was in our house. But through both experiences, we still found the same foundation of what we wanted our house to be like. The problem, I feel like, with a lot of marriages is people try to find that person they visually like,
right,
and make them into that person they want them to be, instead of really trying to find that person they fit with.
Right. And then what kind of chemistry that I build with a woman of my choosing might be totally different than any other example in life that a person can give you. So when it comes to marriage, you better try to tailor it down for you and her. And to me, sometimes there's a lot of women just, I'm gonna do it this way, and that's why they have to be old and lonely.
Not true all the time.
But I'm gonna tell you this: when you hear somebody saying, "I want it this way, I want it that way," it's not gonna work anyway. Whether it's the male or female,
I agree.
Whatever, because if y'all gonna get it together and y'all still saying, it ain't gonna work together. It gotta be what we can, because everything is a compromise. And you can take people who ain't never seen a successful relationship and they can build on what they want by what they saw that they didn't like. But it can't be about I.
Let me ask you a question, E. Do you think that two people can actually be involved in a relationship with marriage never coming into the equation and saying that, hey, can you truly be happy knowing that we'll never be married?
It's a lot of people work out that way.
Right.
It's a lot of, so I mean, I'm not here to say there's one way of doing it. All I look at is a smile on his face and a smile on her face. So if they never get married, a lot of times, man, that's the expectation of the world and the people around you. If it worked for y'all, it worked for y'all.
Exactly. That's true, E.
Yeah.
What up, Sway? Sway just...
All right, E, we appreciate you coming in. We got some comments to go over. Appreciate it.
Sway just commented. He said, that's my problem. I like them slim with a fat ass, but they never work out because they're always broke. Lord have mercy.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
And yes, I can do that. I don't have to jump the broom.
Okay, so Crenshaw said, of course, this is to a question somebody else asked. Of course, your dad prepares you to be a husband by instilling the qualities of a man. Examples: to be a protector, provider, and lead your household. Freddie said, it should be an equal understanding as well as communicating to come to agree soon the lines that shouldn't be crossed as far as respect-wise. There's no way it comes. I'm trying to read in. Becomes we. Okay, it becomes we. You can't train your wife just like a wife can't train a husband. Exactly. We build a foundation together. Like Twan said, every marriage has their own recipe, which is true. We're all cut from a different cloth. Very, very true. Very. Hey, Sonny. Girl, go on and come on and comment on this. We need some of that wisdom. I mean, that's just absolutely true, though. I mean, there's no training, but as you say, to each his own. If marriage works, you get married. If marriage doesn't work for you, then don't get married. Exactly. Marriage does not. I can actually say marriage does not work for everybody. It just doesn't. Some people don't want to be married. I know women that don't want to be married. I've been married before, so I'm not in a rush to get married again. If I get married, okay. If I don't, okay.
I feel like I will get married or remarried when God shows me that that's my wife. And that's just where I'm going to leave that at. And like you can kind of say, well, when God goes, no, you don't put no timetable on that. When God put this woman before me and we living and things operating accordingly, and it becomes functional that she needs to be, that she can be that.
We crooked, Kyle.
She can be that.
Marcus says the divorce rate is high because no one wants to give what they want to receive unconditional love. No one accepts others' mistakes. And Marcus, that I can see that being very, very, very true. It's sometimes it's so hard for people to accept the mistake of their significant other. I know people that expect you to be perfect. And when I say perfect, it's like everything you do is ridiculed. Everything you do is judged. I mean, it's like you're walking on eggshells. You got to watch every step you take, because if you make a right turn and they wanted you to make a left, you fucked up.
I feel like the woman knows what kind of man she got. She knows if he's a man she should follow, if he make good sound decisions, if he's a leader, he know how to lead as well as follow. But part of being a good leader, you had to come up under someone else to learn to follow. So, the man, to me, has a lot to do with the success in a relationship, because sometimes we can get caught up in I'm a man and overwhelm the woman. You can kind of sit up like, I don't want to win all our arguments. I don't want to win in every scenario. So you got to give a little, give a little.
Yeah.
And that's part of being a great leader, making it functional, keeping the peace.
Marriage ain't for everybody, correct? I'm with him. It's about God's timing. So Olivia says she's with you. It's about God's timing. Laugh not loud, perfect, no such thing. Absolutely, nobody's perfect. You actually got to work through everything. There's no such thing as perfect. You have to work to be perfect for that person, but you're not perfect. You're just good enough for them. What they want is what you have, what you carry, what you hold. Somebody says a woman's dream is to be the woman and be submissive. The problem is the man she's with, is he trustworthy enough to lead her? Because we have no problem with being submissive. And submissive don't mean saying yes, no, whatever you want to do. That's not being submissive. Submissive is learning how to be led. Learning.
But then being submissive and also getting caught up in the terminology. Like if someone asks you, hey girl, let's go out, and let's go and get together, and the girls go out. And the woman say, well, let me ask my husband. Y'all be the first ones to ask that nigga.
Well, see, I'm not one of them because I am one of them to where I'm saying, hey, let me ask Mister.
It ain't no
First of all,
ask.
does he have anything? No, it's not. See, the
I
word,
think let me communicate.
y'all taking ask. See,
Let me
that's the thing.
communicate
Y'all
with
are
my
taking
husband.
the word ask as a literal word of ask. We're not asking for permission. We're just saying, hey, we're communicating, saying, hey, the girls want to go out. Is it okay if I go? Because you don't know what plans your man have. Your man may want to wine and dine you and surprise you for that night and don't want to tell you. So some women will just go about, hey, we going out and that's it. Don't even give him a choice or an opportunity to say, babe, well, I would appreciate if you didn't go with the girls tonight because I really kind of had something for us to do. Now it's up to the woman to make the wise decision. It don't play out in every household. It wouldn't play out in mine. If my man say, hey, babe, I got something planned for us, cool. If you got a real man, he wants you to get away because he wants his own space and time anyway.
Sometimes you have to take those mental days. I took one Sunday, I made up in my mind, where I'm at in my life, I need to get drunk. And I partied and went and got drunk and hung out.
Come on over, Keith.
And I was home by 9:30, but I was white boy wasted.
April says, as adults, we make a choice to be better or a choice to engage in wrongdoing. I believe in generational curses because I believe we have strength and choices to erase our curses. And generational curses are absolutely a thing that a lot of us black women and men suffer from, are generational curses, because some of us go by what we saw and not learning that what we saw may not have been correct, so we need to go by the opposite way.
So you mean tell me, if Papa was a Rolling Stone?
Most of y'all Negroes is Rolling Stones just like Papa.
That ain't true.
Lies. Olivia says, especially if there's a bad relationship with the baby mama or baby daddy, I take all that into consideration before marriage.
Oh, so she don't get married because they tripping.
No. If you have an unstable relationship with your child's parents, they're going to make your life a living hell the whole time y'all together.
Oh my God.
Somebody over there says, Antoine, I agree with you. That's the only way I will get married again.
That
King
is God. That is God.
That's God's time.
That's God's time. It ain't got nothing to do with nobody else. God might mean for her to leave you because she put a timetable on you.
What's up, K-True? K-True says, I've been married before, and if it happens again, cool. If not, cool. You've both got to know who you are and what you want and if you're willing to bend for it to work. Compromise is the biggest thing in the world, especially not only in a marriage, but in a relationship. If you plan on even being in the same household, compromising is a big thing. I'm sorry. So bending is something everybody needs to do.
Swain say, first, I've never called the mother of my child baby mama because I think that shit is ghetto.
Well, a lot of people think it's ghetto, but a lot of people just play with the word. It's not that serious. I do say my son's dad, but then if me and him communicating, I might say baby daddy, but that's, just it's not serious. It's not that literal at all.
I might say school. They know who school is.
Oh, whatever. So Olivia says, how does the man or woman navigate their relationship with the ex when the ex or with the ex determines whether or not I'm sticking around? Okay, Olivia says, how does the man or woman navigate that relationship with the ex determining whether or not I'm sticking around or what? Okay, Shay, so Twin, go over the topic again. Shay's asking what's the topic again. We had a lot of people just tuning in.
The topic is, can you be truly happy being with someone who does not want to be married anymore? Like that's not their goal. The relationship that you're in when guy meets girl, 3-4 months pass, you sit down, you have an in-depth. And in this conversation, it's revealed that he don't want to get married or she don't want to get married. Do you X the relationship? And can it still be functional, be happy and flourish under those circumstances, knowing that this is it? or do you perish to a perfect relationship? As hard as it is to find stability and peace out here nowadays. It's an extended topic. It's a broad horizon. We all over the place with it. We talking about marriages, do's and don'ts, what it do today. We talking about the functionality of men and women that can I use the word training. I think it kind of upset a lot of women out there. Yeah. But a man must choose a wife. That's what my book said. Part of choosing is understanding how she roll and how she move. And guess what? If she can't get on board, if she can't interview for the job, the big job, she'll never have.
Well, see, the thing is, the interview is between both, though, not one. You're being interviewed just as well as she's being interviewed. You're trying to see if she for you, and she's trying to see if you for her at the same time.
Well, me being the guy that my life is pretty much laid out on the runway, and all I had to do was take off, I'm good. I'm good. In your eyes, see, that's the problem with us, though. What we see of ourselves may be great, but what somebody else see of us may not be. I've had to learn that myself in relationships. I felt that I was a great woman. I felt that I was doing the things that a woman needed to do, or a woman maneuvering to become a wife. But then that person didn't feel that same way. They felt like, and it could have been they're not used to the ways that I was moving. Some things may have made them feel a certain way, and I was never disrespectful. But I do voice my opinion, especially if it's something that I feel like is bothering me. And it may be overly opinionated. But guess what? This is my life as well. And if I allow you to give me what you want, you should allow me to give you what I want as well. Why it gotta be about wants? Why I can't just walk in the room and enjoy your essence? Why I can't just look at you and feel all ooey gooey inside with butterflies and be in love? Where that's at? You
still have to want things in life. Nobody goes through life just
peace. We just talked about it.
But peace is just one portion of it. It's not the whole thing.
Shit.
So he says, if you both don't share the goals for the relationship, it is not going to work. Lachey said, okay, marriage is not for everyone. However, I would want to know what is their ultimate goal for us. There we go, because me and Twan talked about that earlier, where he says that us women always want to ask that question is, well, where are we going with this?
Where are we going? We're going to hell if we don't pray. That's where we're going. You try to be happy and live your life to the fullest. Tomorrow is Thursday. Can you just enjoy Thursday?
No, see, that's the thing. We can just enjoy Thursday. But guess what? As a woman myself, I don't want to be around or even entertain a man that his goal is temporary, or his goal is just for the now, or just to play, because my life and my worth is more valuable than just your temporary time.
Was it valuable when you were fucking with them other niggas?
I'm too old.
Was it valuable 20 niggas ago?
Well, I don't know if it was that many ago, sir. Sorry.
Well, I'm just saying. See, when y'all get older and y'all have all these times.
It has nothing to do with you. I got married when I was 28, so it has nothing to do with getting older.
I got married when I was like 21.
I was 28 years old when I got married. So I've been taking relationships or things serious. Believe that. So it's not that. I have always felt like that in that way. So, we have a guest that came in today. She gonna join us on the panel. So, Toyin, you want to make some room?
Welcome.
We got our Havoc family in. Hey, y'all, I'm in this thing. I done made it to grown folks' business. We got our one of our guests, Miss Tiska.
Hey, I done made it. I'm famous now.
My sister and my friend. She just came over from the other podcast discussing a little church business for Little League
Talking
football.
my shit. They think we coming with. Think we some rootapoos.
What we talking about today is it's a broad spectrum, because it's totally different, because no two marriages are alike. Like, can you truly live your life and be happy with a significant other, knowing that when y'all first met, the relationship full of love and happiness, y'all have this discussion. Absolutely. And within the discussion, you find out that somebody does not want to get married anymore. So can you truly be happy knowing that you're currently in the ultimate pinnacle of where you're going to be relationship-wise?
No.
No? They gotta want to marry you?
They got to.
Lord have mercy.
So some women are like
Help.
Sonia says marriage is truly beautiful when you both respect one another on every level. Communication is the key. If you can't talk to your spouse about any and everything, it's not gonna work. If your spouse decides that they don't want to be married anymore, let it go. Wasted time can't be replaced. Hello, somebody. Hello, somebody.
If you know within your first 2 years of being with a person that this shit ain't functional, why waste any more time? Like you can marry into some bullshit. Know it was some bullshit, but you just going with the levels of the relationship.
I agree. I feel like that if you ain't gonna marry me, then you're in the way. You move around for the next person that's ready.
That wants to marry.
Yeah.
Right, absolutely.
What would be the reason to not get married with someone that you feel like is the perfect person for you, your soulmate and things of that? Why wouldn't you want to get married?
Why wouldn't you want to share your life, your real life
in the pre-show, for those of y'all that caught me and Tasha, we were discussing there's a different outlook on your 20s, your 30s, your 40s, and your 50s. If a man's in a comfortable situation where his life is at during the 40s, financially secure, I own my own businesses, my life's going well, do I really want to add the distraction of a wife into this scenario? I want somebody to love me and be happy with me. And when she saw me, she signed up for that. Why you want to come in and wreck that shit?
But why is she a distraction?
Well, I mean, because sometimes I'm at my pinnacle where I'm already at. That's what made you attractive to me as a man. That what caught your attention. And this man life successful, he having his bread, he had peace, he taking care of his children, his business and responsibilities, and then all of a sudden he said, oh, he's a nice guy. He don't do no drugs, he go to work every day. Then you come in and he says to you, well, I don't believe in marriage, but you done spent 6 months with him. Do you perish the relationship?
At 6 months, yes. At 2 years, no.
So you just ride.
So, because sometimes I've met a few people where their mind frames changed after a while. I knew a guy who said that they was never going to get married because he never was going to propose. And then he ended up proposing to his girlfriend 2 years later.
Well, the heart wants what the heart wants now. Now, your parent lives to say anything, but you know, she get in there, get to fire you up right, whooping that gumbo and shit together and, you know, doing some different shit that you just ain't accustomed to.
And growing your pinnacle?
Growing my what?
That's what you said. You're in the pinnacle of your life.
Oh, yeah, I did.
I growing my what? So K True says, my mother states most men ain't trying to sit down and do right until they are sick, in need, somewhere need to take care of them, they broke down and tired, and want you to sit down with them, or their Johnson don't work, and it no longer functions. With all that being said, the average woman doesn't want a man when all the fun is gone. Men spend years having a great time, then scream they can't find a good woman, when in reality, they've had several they've mistreated.
How we know? She probably putting on. When you first met her. Y'all don't keep it 100 out the gate. Some of y'all swerving there. Y'all don't participate in relationship.
No, I know.
And then you know, 6 months later, you the best in the business. Where did you learn that?
So my bro Dwayne says, so is there a time frame for marriage? No, there isn't.
No, absolutely not. I just don't believe that you should be
when
saying
that
you ain't gonna ever get married. Like, I'm not gonna rush you into marriage, but don't tell me that you're never.
But if you're adamant and saying, "Hey, honey, I don't ever want marriage," see, that's another problem though with some men. They don't want to be upfront about that because they don't want to lose the opportunity.
Man, I want that monkey. I want to say what this guy did to get that monkey.
Exactly.
Once I get that monkey, I start telling you the truth. Let me get it about 10 times.
And then you'll say, I ain't trying to get married.
Well, I mean, you know, once you realize the car ain't doing nothing but 80 miles per hour, I think it's time for a new one.
So this is the problem too. Honesty. Men aren't upfront and honest. But then they wonder why a woman act the way she act when she act the way she act.
But then women always try to throw in that erectile dysfunction when you get old. Well, when y'all get old, y'all shit is not as lubricant as it used to be.
That's not true.
Yeah.
I agree, because I was thinking that. I was thinking you need to marry somebody who's gonna love you when that does stop working.
When
because
all that start working.
Shit.
When all that start working. No, for
Girl,
sure.
if bodybuilders can take steroids, niggas can take them pills. You hear me? They sell that shit at the gas station, man. Load up on that shit, man.
What's up, Romeo? I'm just saying, y'all. Is it possible? Men. Let's talk to the men.
Yeah, y'all need to help me. I'm in trouble on this
Men want to be
Come here,
married.
Sway, come
Not all women don't want to. Not all men don't want to be married. So for you men that your goal is marriage as well. That your goal is to find that wife that God said that you should find, and the good one that you should find, and you find one that you're really digging, but then she pops up and tell you, baby, I don't ever want to get married. Would you continue on with the venture, or would you go ahead and drop her where she at?
It depends on how good that throat therapy is. I'll hang on. I can look past.
True, D. See, she said just like people say they don't want no kids, they can say they don't want to be married either.
There's a lot of people that's married that don't want to be married, but still married.
Oh, whoa.
Sometimes it is a business decision.
Sometimes it's a lot of
Oh,
people.
now it is a business decision with the people that need the business.
Well, sometimes you cannot live the life of the marriage. It's like, I know people that were married in their 20s, now they're in their 40s. They are not the same people that they were.
What's up, Sway?
My dog, Sway, come on in, man.
Right, Charles. What's up? What you got to say, Sway? Talk to us.
I'm like Tron, man. I'm too successful right now to be sitting back waiting on some woman trying to.
You got to turn your live down from the show because we can hear both at the same time, so it's echoing.
Hold on.
Sometimes I can be so successful, and God has taken care of me security and financially and making sure I'm in great health. You coming to destroy my world. Ooh, lady.
That's my cousin.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Go ahead, Sway.
Yeah, like I said, right now in my life, I don't need nobody just hanging around me thinking marriage is gonna be at the end. If it happens, it happens. But if you come into a relationship thinking, hey, in about 6 months to a year, I should be married to this guy, I mean, then you barking up the wrong tree. It don't happen like that.
So what if a woman is coming in and say, hey, my ultimate goal is marriage, though, not a time frame. It can be 3, 4, 5, 6 years from now, but that's her ultimate goal. That's her ultimate goal. You should never have to wait 20 years for a man to marry you.
You don't know what God got for y'all.
Even if it's 20 years, so you 17 years in, and you love it.
Baby, you don't want to marry that woman if you ain't married her at least after 8 damn years. It don't take that long to marry nobody.
That's like 8 years of great living, and you gonna just throw this away and go start over because you don't got because he never said let's get married.
No. We didn't say that. We said if a person is, what if that's their ultimate goal? I'm 42 years old. I'm not waiting 20 years to see if a man gonna marry me.
Why not?
Because I'm not.
So if somewhere along the line you having all this great time, you decide to pay 3 years in, he ain't asked me.
I'm gonna have a good time with somebody
Ashley
else.
said you're 6, she out. Shit, it ain't no marriage. Man, you know, if you've been with a person over 5 years, you know if you want this person to be your partner, meaning your wife or your husband,
Man,
within that time. Come on now.
Let me go and interject from my own personal experience. I was with a woman for 5 years. In 3 months, we got married and was divorced in 14 months.
But tell why you got divorced in 14 months.
Because I was out. I got tired of it.
Because you had no business getting married.
But
Because
then,
obviously you were not ready if you were
but
stepping
then
out
too, you
during
can't
the
put no
marriage.
year time frame on there. Because fast as I marry your ass, I got expectations.
This the thing. You were probably cheating before you got married.
No.
So you were faithful the whole 5 years.
Ain't no receipts on that.
Yeah, he's lying. Because
Ain't no receipts on
this is
that.
the thing. If you're cheating during the time you're together, that's not who you want to marry anyway. Baby, this is how I feel about it. If you with a person for more than 2 years and you decide you want to start cheating, just leave that person alone and go fuck with the other person then.
It don't go like
It's that simple. Because you'll get yourself fucked off and hurt like that.
Let me say this, for the record, I was married 20 years. 20 straight years, 16 years together. I mean, married and boom, we just together. But we didn't look at no timeline as in, if you don't say this by now, I'm just out.
How long did it take for y'all to get married, Sway?
It was 4 years.
Thank you. Okay.
I was just like, all right.
But she said
She
it ain't
proposed
not
to you?
the time.
All I'm saying is it's not the time, but it just don't take that long is my point.
It ain't see, to me, it ain't about the time. It's just like, we be like, all right, we all right.
Exactly, but it don't take 20 years, it don't take 10 years to figure out you want to marry somebody.
Man, 10 years, or however long, at the end of the day, I mean, don't just be with somebody thinking, if he don't marry me, I'm going to walk. Man, you coming into the relationship with the wrong idea.
Coming into it, fucked up.
Well, that's the thing. Most, just like I said, women should be upfront just like men. If you have an agenda or you have a timeline that you want to be married, you need to tell that person so they know if they even want to deal with you.
But there's some woman tell me she need, her timeline really like 3 years to get married. I got her for 2 years and 11 months. And I'm going to let you go fuck your business.
So I say if a woman tells him that she wants to get married in 3 years, he gonna stick around for 2 years and 11 months and then drop your ass. Then don't be tripping, Sway, when she fuck your life up though.
But I'm gonna look at you
You
and
fucked
realize
up her?
I ain't shit. What can a woman do when they leave you to fuck your life up?
Hey,
A lot of stuff.
a lot. Don't
We really
don't
can't.
play.
We really can't.
Don't play. Don't play like a woman can't fuck. A scorned woman can't
do
fuck
a
your life
motherfucking
up.
thing to get her ass locked up. I'm calling police on that bitch.
No, we didn't say she had to do anything in that way. A woman can fuck your life up in more than one way. Just
How?
turn up your shit ain't the only way.
How?
We not finna give you the game, brother. Just keep playing.
Yeah, man, get your
Fresh said,
There's another thing y'all not put in the factor also. At our age, talking about getting married, these women bringing kids.
What's wrong with that? Everybody got kids.
and y'all men bringing kids.
Kids are with their damn mother, so we ain't bringing nothing but a damn child.
You no. You're still bringing the kids, sir.
You ain't got to look out for them. I got to come on every day to watch your little badass kids every day.
But that's the thing. But see, so I from what I heard from you is some men hold against women that they got kids.
Yeah,
But it's a factor.
it's a factor.
It's a factor. I ain't saying we looking at women, so I ain't gonna fuck with because you got some kids, but while you talk about marriage, I'm also thinking about you and them kids.
She can have 1 or 2, but if her ass got 3, she ain't marrying me.
Oh Lord, this fool here. All right, Sway, we finna get to the other people. We appreciate you for calling in, bro. All right. So we have Fresh. Fresh said most men can avoid marriage because there aren't enough women that value themselves enough to put themselves first. You have to know your worth. Don't settle no matter how many times you've been hurt.
Man, I gotta have my bro on the show. Fresh, you got to come on the show. Fresh got a lot of common sense every day.
Oh yeah, bro.
Day-to-day life tactics that it makes a lot of sense if you just stop and look at it, bro.
And D says, who in their 40s can say they are the same person they were in the 20s? Absolutely nobody. Absolutely nobody.
That's how I know I'm perfect, because I was fucked up in my 20s.
Renee said it don't take a person over 2 years to know if they in love and want to marry somebody.
Man, that shit take 4 days, man. When you first meet that person, you know if she got marriage potential or not. If she take her shoes off and them hoes funky and her feet stink, we ain't gonna get married.
Exactly. Bobo said he don't understand. Marriage is more for the woman to cherish forever. Twan, if a nigga ain't married her in a decent amount of time, he ain't trying to commit. This Fresh saying this shit. Point blank, period. Ain't no other reason.
What?
It don't take 10 years to marry no goddamn body. Thank you, Fresh, for being an honest man.
What is decent?
10 years, 5 to 6 years is decent. Fresh, how long did it take before you married your wife?
You don't ask no man nothing like that on no.
Oh, yes, we do. How long did it take you, Fresh? Crystal said at some point in the relationship, you ought to know if this is the person you want to be with forever now. 10 years talking about, I don't think I'm ready, I call bullshit. And most women stay because of the time served. Stop staying with motherfuckers for time. Go if you need to go.
That's a good one, because the hardest thing to do is to walk away from something that you've been invested in so
That's the problem.
long.
They invested time.
Like most of the time, you be done grew each other to be the people that you want each other to be, and then now you gotta walk away from somebody else to have your prize. That's
What prize?
Tiska, you said something, but most of us women don't want to walk away. You know why? Because we built so much in our household with the person that we're with. Most of us, I can speak for myself in a past relationship I've had before. When your hope is the person will finally get it, or you guys can come together and finally compromise and build what you need to build together and both make both each other happy. Sometimes you're like, man, I've invested so much, not only in the man, but in their kids. Not only in their kids, but their family. Not only in that, but in everything you guys have built together. So you like, damn, I done kind of, sometimes some of us women show men a couple of things as well. We show them how to do things, how to be this way. And some men can be honest and say, man, I ain't never seen it like this. Ain't no other woman ever even loved me enough to even bring this in the forefront. And so you like, damn, now here I am finna give up what I've invested for another woman to be able to have a great relationship with this person, because now they get it.
And guarantee he's gonna be a better person for her, because he don't want to lose her like he lost you.
Now, all he can say, he ain't no Eddie Kane Jr. He ain't no, you ain't me. You ain't nothing without me.
Shay said now because they bringing their kids and they bald-headed Manny.
I don't know how to take that.
And your kids come every other weekend. Hello? So, and we got to deal with them too. What's up, Rob D? So it's just like if you meet somebody and they say they don't ever want to be married, are you gonna be okay with it and be able to move on with the relationship, or is that gonna be an issue, or are you just gonna keep on pushing on and doing what you need to do?
We have a show request. They said change the subject because this is for the she shed. Sway said this is for.
This is not for the she shed, because this is something Twan brought up, sir.
Well, I mean, I bring up different productions in the show and different topics. We like to be versatile.
Right,
it's grown folks' business. And we get our topics a lot from our viewers of people that inbox or come in and things they want to hear about. And so it's an open forum to discuss. But this one right here, we going down and
we still finna go with what our people said.
We going down and
Tim said if anyone stays that long without marriage, it's because they just comfortable. And that's exactly right.
What if she ain't putting out that fire?
Exactly. Ashley say the problem is y'all don't see, we done groomed y'all for the next bitch. 3 to 5 years.
Who said that?
Your baby mama. 3 to 5 years, honestly, is the time you need to know whether there is a future in marriage for your relationship. Thank you, Charles Lee, for being such an honest man. Jesus.
Said a married man. What about us out here still fighting a good fight?
Man, they trying to burn the she shed. I mean, but hey, this was the topic brought to us, so, hey, we just saying, hey, I don't know. So we'll jump on our next topic. I talked about it at tea time a little bit on Monday. Do men realize, or have any men out there ever suffered from postpartum after their significant other had their child? Because we know us women, we suffer from postpartum.
That's a made-up disease.
No, sir. I'm sorry. It's not. It's definitely not. Postpartum is a very serious thing.
What is postpartum?
Postpartum is what you go through. Like you go through a deep down depression.
About the baby?
It's not about the baby. It's about the change. It's about the drastic change in your life. And not only that, sometimes as women, and it's for men too, we feel like we lose ourselves after the child is born, especially if we got a mate that's not there truly helping.
She said.
like they should, like partners should help. But I know I've heard of a man say that he suffered from postpartum too. Like the change was so drastic in his life that he didn't know what the hell was going on with his mental. He didn't know why he didn't want to do nothing. He didn't want to go nowhere. He just wanted to lay down. That's what we go through those same things.
I suffer from postpartum. I suffer from postpartum. I suffer from getting part of that pussy. I suffer to get part of that pussy.
And that'll be postpartum too. So some of these men get postpartum and get depressed too because there's no sex for months.
Post birth, post getting a part of that pussy.
Ashley say, what? Postpartum is not made up.
Postpartum is for sick people that can't live every day.
So D said ain't no black man admitting that next. Keep going, say, when you ask for me, I have no depression for the blessings I ask for. It's not the depression about your blessing. It's about some people it's a drastic change. You can't sleep, you can't eat. You have no time to even get your own self together. You can't even go get your hair cut. You can't even comb your hair.
Man, you better stop fucking.
You can't do nothing. It's not, but see, that's not it. See, that's the problem. Y'all men take shit so lightly.
You don't know it's gonna happen
because you don't, and it don't happen with every child.
Well, if all that's gonna happen to you because you didn't have a baby, I think you better put that coochie up.
That's not true. You shouldn't stop bearing because you go through depression. Depression, see, that's the thing. Too many people take depression as a light subject, and it's not a light subject. You got people out here dying. People over here overdosing, trying to get over depression with the medication that they have because they're depressed and they die. See, and depression is definitely a subject we're definitely going to discuss one day because there's too many people that take depression lightly. I know people that have committed suicide. I know people that have tried to commit suicide. I know people that have thought of suicide. And everybody always feel like your problem is easily fixed. But that's because you're not the one going through the damn problem.
I have suffered from depression in life.
Well, whatever.
I cured it. There's a cure for it. It's called brown liquor. The Bible said, give liquor to the misery.
Thank you, Tree. It's a major subject. Subject. You're so right. No, it's not. Mental health is real, especially these days and time. For real. Everybody always talking about, well, all they had to do, but you wasn't in their goddamn shoes.
Nobody knows.
So you can't say what all they had to do.
And you can't control the mental. And then and then you have people saying stuff like, oh, I'll be there for you and stuff like that. But literally nobody can honestly know what you're honestly going through when you're dealing with depression.
Yeah, that's true.
Depression is part of child support.
Oh, Lord.
That's depression for a man.
That's depression for a man.
Ashley says she went through postpartum for both of her kids.
Who?
And your baby mama. See, this is what y'all men not understanding. We don't always tell y'all when we going through something.
Well, we raise them up top around here.
No, that's not it. It says it comes out in their attitude and moods. Men always running from things that they swear is just for women. When your woman is going through after having a baby, y'all can't fix it because it just becomes a downer for men. Exactly. So Fresh says, it got to me, Tasha, because that's why you my brother, Fresh.
We going down in flames.
Fresh even admitted that he went through postpartum. Fresh said it got to me, Tasha, because when I had a child, I didn't know how to be a father because I had no male guidance. So fatherhood petrified me because I felt like I was being set up for failure. Fresh, I appreciate you so much, bro, for being so honest. Because men don't want to be honest because they don't want to. Men always look at stuff as being weak when they admit something.
I'm being
Fresh,
honest.
I appreciate you, bro.
I'm being honest. I kept my child every day for 2 years.
I don't think it's coming either.
I kept my child every day for 2 years and 8-9 months.
Yes, it is.
Before you went to daycare, I kept my child myself. I try to ease the burden. I was the daycare. I'm the one who took out work. I did these things to try to help.
You ain't got no job, Tommy.
I got a job. I work every day. I've been up there cutting her out.
You make your own hours, so that ain't no job.
I sacrifice.
You self-employed.
But keeping your baby every single day it didn't not necessarily bother you. It didn't become stressful at no point. The every 2 hours having to wake up and feed the baby when you wanted to just to lay down just a little bit.
See, that's what you got wrong. See, he woke me up, baby. Yeah, he woke me up. He said, Dad, I just...
Oh, Lord. Anyway, mental health issues is definitely real. Exactly, Kiko. That's why we're going to discuss it on another show. And that's y'all problem. Why don't y'all tell us what's wrong, keeping it from us? Well, it's not keeping it from y'all. It's that sometimes you don't even know how to explain it to the person because you don't actually know what you're going through yourself.
So how you know you're not just tripping?
Because people just don't cry and not understand how to move. Sometimes you can't get out of bed and you don't even know why you can't get out of bed. Sometimes your baby, my baby cried one time and wouldn't stop crying and I cried with him. And it wasn't, and I'm not even a weak person, but it just, my emotions, I couldn't take it no more. I just wanted to shut the fuck up. And you know some of y'all, I had to admit that day. I said, now I understand why people shake their kids, especially women.
Going to Bobo.
It has nothing to do with them being mad at the child. It's that they're going through postpartum. And when you go through postpartum, you so depressed. You don't know what to do. And so they shake the damn baby. I didn't shake my child because my mama used to come over a lot.
Shout out to our first female topic show.
And help me with my child. So I mean, it was a little different. But you can't discount the mother because she carried where you didn't. Exactly.
Y'all want men to understand this invisible disease.
No, it's not an invisible disease, but that's fine for you to think that though. The emotion and stress following childbirth are immense for both parents. Exactly. Mental health is personal and unique to every individual. Any stressful or emotional event can trigger a major depression episode in one who may be at risk. Exactly.
Is depression gauged in the strength and weakness of the person?
No. Has nothing to do with the strength and weakness of a person.
Now, you might have been built up to withstand mentally. Like your parents, your environment, people brought up different, the way things is. Some people might just been able to withstand. I've had my moments of depression, but it didn't last long.
It doesn't matter. It happened.
You don't lay down there and walk.
It doesn't. And you
come up and squabble.
But see, this is what you're not understanding. Everybody. So you can't tell everybody that when they're depressed, they just got to get up and keep moving. That's not what you tell people. You can't tell a person how to carry on what their burden is. That's how you got there. But you may not have had that one thing that triggered that major depression in your life that you don't even know your damn self if you'll ever come out of, because you ain't been there yet. That does not mean it won't happen. She was out of the depression before we realized she had postpartum. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. It happens. I have never had a father. I so welcomed it. I stayed up all night because I wanted my son so bad. And so, yeah, some fathers do that. Some fathers just don't. Some people, like I said, the burdens are definitely different for everybody. Nisha said sometimes when you tell our mate, they don't take us serious. Right, exactly, like Antoine. They think that we be tripping, and I went through it and cried every day till I talked to my doctor. I get what you're saying though, right? Exactly, Kiko. It's just a thing. I mean, it happens. It's a process of healing. You have no control over some stuff, and that's absolutely correct. Some women can go through a divorce, and it takes over your mental so bad. You don't want it to because you want to be strong. You want to keep going. You want to move on with your life. But sometimes you can't. I've been through a depression, through a breakup, just in a relationship, because sometimes you try to figure out yourself, what the hell did I do wrong to deserve this type of pain? A lot of people
be more concerned about how they gonna look in a public
I ain't never been that person.
And they depressed because they worry about
what the
world gonna think of me.
And some people are more worried about what people think about them instead of their own life. But you can't tell them they don't have the right to feel that way, though.
I mean, yeah, it's about right. But see, I feel like how I came up with the things I went through in my life, man, you gotta get tough. Life is tough. Life is tough as hell. And you got to make up in your mind if you're going to let this shit consume you or not. And I ain't saying I'm the toughest person in the world, but when you come at me and life throw different shit at me, I be depressed as hell. But it only take a split second to come out with a strong plan. What's wrong with a lot of people, and they don't want to open up to it, it's God before medication, baby. It's God before doctors. It's God and family for a lot. So you don't keep it real about people sitting up, lean on your support system. Open your damn mouth. Quit keeping this shit to yourself. I know postpartum is real. It happens, but at the same time, man, you got to shake that shit. And if you got a man that's helped let you waddle in that.
But if he don't know that there's nothing he can do, sir. And you can't tell people they got to shake something, though. See,
Man,
that's the problem. The world always trying to tell everybody how to solve their own problem.
I know a bunch of people say they're depressed, but I don't know nobody committing suicide.
Well, I do.
Well, it's very unfortunate.
I do. And I know people that have killed people because they've been depressed.
Man, they killed them because they felt like their ass wanted to pop.
No, that does not mean that. No, sir. No, sir. See, y'all, sometimes this is a major problem in this world I see right now. Because this is where a lot of domestic violence come from. A lot of men are depressed with their lives.
I know some men that done some dumb shit and killed their spouses and all that. But they weak. That's the most weakest shit in the world. If you want to kill somebody, bro, look yourself in the mirror, kill yourself first, and it'll be all over with.
Somebody say you sound depressed right now.
I'm depressed as shit.
What about the people that don't have a support system? Thank you, Nadia.
That's
what about
right.
the people that don't have a family
That's
at all? They mama dead, they daddy dead, they granny dead, and they don't have no kids or no siblings.
I'm a strong.
Or what about the people who have never had to lean on nobody else and now is being forced to? Like, that's a big issue too, because I know me personally going through stuff, I don't know how to lean on nobody else because I've always had the twin mentality. Get up and keep pushing. It'll be over after a while. I always had that mentality. But what happens when something happens in your life that you don't know how to lean on people. You don't know how to ask for help. You don't know how, so you just mentally disturbed.
I'm a strong believer that God gives you the people in your life that you're supposed to have at the time they arrive. If you don't know how to open up, if you don't know how to be accepting of everybody think help walks up on knight in shining armor. No, it does not. Help could be a co-worker. Help could be a friend of the family. Help could be, but you got to learn how to open up. People be prideful. People be prideful about sitting up and, I don't want to put everybody in my business. Bro, sometimes just talking about it can give you clarity.
So we have somebody that says, okay, what about the kid that's been molested by their own father? How do they cope with that? I was molested when I was 5. And I didn't even speak about it to my mother until I was 23. Not because I didn't want to, I didn't know how to. And when you're a child and you go through things like that, you don't know how to say it, you don't know what to say, and you don't even know if you're going to be believed or you're going to be punished. So you can't tell people how to move on and move forward. Some things are not easy to be moved on from. If there's a man out there and he was robbed and raped, you can't tell him that he just needs to come up out of it and move on. You just can't. You can't tell everybody's situation not the same. I had a parent telling me, girl, you will be all right. Shouldn't have gotten pregnant. Now deal with it.
I don't have any open experience on that. It's very unfortunate that a lot of women fall victim to sexual predators and children and things like that. I pray that God do need to do with them, but sometimes God don't move fast enough. Get you a pistol and pop them in the head.
Wait. Time the fuck out. Double standard. You just said a few minutes ago that it's about God and not always medicine. So just like we got you expecting us people that's depressed to wait on God, the same thing got to be for every other situation. But it's hard for y'all men to be able to deal with y'all daughter being touched or your son being touched because that's your child. That's your blood. That's your heart. So it's easy for you to try to tell somebody how to figure it out and jump over God.
And what about?
You got to respond to the content we talking about. We morphed the conversation from everyday living and love and marriage to now you talking about sexual violations of people and how to open up and be, have a level of communication through depression. Now, so it changed. The outlook changed. The content of the conversation.
Said black men avoid the word weak in general. It's about their manhood.
I'm weak in a bit.
About their manhood.
I'm weak. I need help, y'all.
That's how they go into depression. It's pride.
I'm weak.
D said this ain't water, nor butter. It just don't roll off. Exactly. Depression just don't roll off. It don't. So Kikoa, thank you, my brother. Let me tell you something. Me and Kikoa have had deep conversations, and we've always been very open with each other. And this is probably one of the most honest people I know, without feeling embarrassed, without caring about being judged. You and Fresh, Kikoa, I can say that because y'all will say what y'all need to say. Kikoa said he was molested in the 6th grade by a family member. Sometimes even men and boys can't get over that because it's detrimental to your life, to your mental. And this is another reason why a lot of people have trust issues. And we're not just talking about men, we're talking about women as well. We have trust issues because we don't know who to trust. If you can't trust your own father, your own uncle, your own auntie, your own cousin, your teacher, your coach, who can you trust? And how do you come out of that? And how do you even discuss that with somebody to avoid the depression from being so deep within yourself?
And then how do you discuss something with somebody without getting anger? How do you discuss something with somebody when there's no conclusions? How do you discuss something like that? Mentally, that ain't, like you just said, that ain't nothing that you can just wipe off. It ain't nothing that you can just move on from. It's something that you have to try to live with. It is something that you have to try to get past. But mentally, it's going to always be there. It's never going to go away. And you're going to continue to have your moments. And so that's where my question came in. Like you said, you know what I'm saying? Twan said, when certain people come into your life, you should know that they're there for their reason or whatever he said. But my thing is that if I've always been a person to move forward, trusting God on every single thing.
Let me see your phone, Twan.
How do you keep moving mentally? How?
Sway said, how old was she when she got pregnant? Which one? The one that told her to move on? She was an adult. Sway said, I'm going to send y'all an iPad, and I want y'all to set it up as if I'm on panel FaceTime because I need to say shit quick. Yeah. I mean, hey, Sway, you can say it on her quick. Sway, you need to I'm a friend you on my FaceTime, on my Facebook, so that when you come in, I can see and I can say what you need to say. That way, hey, everything you need to say will be talked about.
But we can bring people on the show.
But he can come, yeah. You're more. Anybody's more than welcome to be
you know how I say bring them on camera?
On live, yeah.
They say on the live, you can bring them on camera.
Oh yeah, we can bring anybody on live.
You can bring
wants to talk. So Sway, if you want to come in on live, you need to be on the show page. Yeah.
Go to the show page, and then we can bring you.
It says then we avoid therapy because God is our only refuge. Exactly. And I know people that don't believe in therapy because they say it's just man. It's just another one of us. But I truly wish that I could go. I know you know something.
God is free. Therapy costs thousands.
Therapy does cost, but it helps you. Sometimes you need to vent to somebody you have no idea who they are, what they are, or where they've been. But they understand and they've studied the psychology of the human life, the human brain, the human thought process. And so they're more easier to talk to because they're not trying to judge you. They're trying to help you resolve your issue.
The page is Grown Folks Business Podcast. On the search bar on Facebook is Grown Folks Business Podcast.
And it is. Shay says molestation is a hard discussion to have as a kid. As a kid, you know it's not right, but you're afraid of retaliation or whatever it may be. Now it's up to the person to seek help so they can continue the cycle. Most molesters were molested as kids. You can tell the difference between people that were raised on survival and the people that was raised on love. Thank you, Nadia.
My grandmama raised us on principle. Straight up out the country, man. And that's how I am when I am. A lot of people that know me, I do anything for you. Yeah. If I'm with you, I'm gonna be down with you full-fledged. I'm for right, man. If it's people depressed and if you out there and you fucked up, if you wanna holler at me, man, holler at me, man. I'm somebody gonna sit down and talk to you. I'm somebody gonna chop it up with you.
He'll be serious when he needs to be serious.
And being all the way live, it ain't about no therapy or nothing, man. I mean, pull up on me, I pull up on you. I mean, like, sometimes venting helps you be successful. A lot of successful people, they're not gonna tell you. In Hollywood, athletes and so on, they lay on that couch, man. But having somebody to talk to in life instead of feeling sheltered, right? That's a knot. And I ain't saying I'm no expert. I ain't saying I'm not, but I'm somebody that'll stop and we can have some real live conversation if you up for it. That was one of the reasons that I'm on this show. That was one reason I will be straight up with you, bro. Right or wrong. And I ain't perfect. I am a book of sin, but I'm doing a lot better now.
And that's a good thing. So on here, how do we add them to the live?
It's gonna come on. Kyron have to do it. It's on his. Kyron, you see it say bring them on camera.
Okay, Kyron gotta do it.
Wait, Rose?
Yeah, bring him on camera.
Bring him on camera. So hey, we're about to add you on to the show. So come on, say something, speak up, talk about it. Exactly. Kenya say she agree with you. A lot of people, it being raised on principle is bigger than being raised on love and survival.
And guess what? I think being raised up on principle, love is an adaptive trait.
Exactly.
You learn to love.
Learn to love.
You meet somebody that you love.
And you learn to
come
survive.
into a situation that you like, and like turn to love. But if you on principle, the logics of right and wrong,
right?
That's where we done lost it.
100%.
That's where we done lost it at. The logic of right and wrong. You know how sometimes people say, really? Do you know what really mean? Like, you're really going against the grain, bro. Keep it 100 all the time.
So we're going to definitely have a show on principle as well, because principle is something that's missed in friendships, in parenthood, in relationships, in pastorship, in work, in the work environment. Principle is just something that a lot of people wasn't taught.
I feel like principles go both ways. Being real talk, like you treat your woman a certain kind of way that you do when you live, but on principle. I'm gonna be totally honest, man. As for where I'm at in my life, I don't owe nobody nothing. I do everything because I want to. That's just the principle of it.
Right.
If you don't be for real about it,
right.
Even in deferred about marriage or anything else, I'm not for the marriage. Now some bitch be miserable. My thing is, if that's the direction that God wants me to go, I'm not going to challenge it. It's going to happen. I'm a man of high principle and moral fiber. Do I do fucked up and wrong, crooked shit? We all do.
It should say principle, love, and survival.
We all do. We not perfect. God working on me every day.
He working on everybody, but that's the problem. Everybody keep thinking that he ain't working on them. Or they think they through. They think they're molded. They think they're already there. They done. The cake is done.
The page Swade is grown folks.
He on the page, but Kyron, have you seen how the he was on there?
He's not on the page. He back on mine. He said, what's the page? Grown folks.
You tell him he was on there.
Podcast.
I saw him. He said, I'm here. Swade Rose Wade.
And so you can't bring him on, Kyron?
Is he did he friend this page?
Did you like the page and follow Sway, or you just on her? You gotta follow and like so he can see. You can be raised off love, but still have an ignorance mindset when it comes to right is right and wrong is wrong.
Principle, back to principle.
Right.
Back to principle. Back to principle.
We're trying to get you on, Sway. We trying.
Let me tell you the hardest thing.
He said he did.
The hardest thing is living life with a purpose. That's the hardest thing in the world. Because purposes take principle. It takes, as you move along, I got to remain in this box of trying to do things that are not unharmful to other people. Always be considerate. I always be, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, a lot of people say about me that's amazing. I'm 46 years old. That young man still say yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, yes, sir,
yes,
to everybody. It's respect, man, and it's just principle. You can't give people, what's up, dog? That money, yeah, come on, man. Come on, man. It's just like I ain't big on the depression shit, cause I ain't gonna lie. We all built different.
He can't do it.
I was built for survival.
So he can't get you on. We
I
gonna
was built for
work
survival.
out the kinks for the next show.
And
But
my
why don't you just come
son
on
will
the
be
show
built for
live?
survival. I'm built for survival, man. I mean, the feelings and shit, that's cool. I got them. Some people see them. Some people, you know, every year at the football bank, I get caught up in tears because if I'm for you, I'm for you. And when it comes to me dealing with kids and dealing with parents and trying to help enhance children and people's lives through sports, that's an emotional thing for me. Some people do it for the money. That's some bullshit. Some people do it for the clout. That's some bullshit. Nah, you do this on principle, do it in your heart. That's what's real. And that emotion don't cost a thing.
Y'all don't forget to like, share, and comment, please. And invite everybody to the Grown Folks Business Podcast page. Also, I would like for everybody to follow us on our Instagram, our Twitter, our TikTok, and our YouTube page at Grown Folks Business Only. Get on there and support us, and we want to start using different avenues so that we can reach out to everybody. Because just not our Facebook friends need to hear this. Everybody needs to hear this because there's people in different states that feel like they're alone or that other people just don't get them. And for them to be able to see that there's people out here that get you, they understand you, they agree, you're not alone, then hey, that's a good thing for them. So like, share, and comment. Invite everybody onto the page. We think everybody has came onto the page. Don't forget about your merchandise as well. The t-shirts, $20 and $25, depending on the size. Our Yeti cups and our coffee cups, and we have hats coming soon. Thanks to my boy Christopher Johnson again, the first person to support us on our merchandise. He got 2 shirts, and he took a picture on his shirt in the group. We appreciate it. Small, extra small through large is $20, and extra large through 5X is $25. The Yeti cups are $20, and the coffee cups are $10. We appreciate everybody for supporting us. I wanted to get that out there too. I'm going to drop this link in my Corvette and Cigars group. I appreciate it. Thank you, Sway. We appreciate that. Y'all, get everybody in here. Do what you need to do. Because discussions need to be had, especially amongst the black community. A lot of things need to be discussed that people are afraid to discuss, and a lot of people feel more comfortable by just commenting in the comments. Do y'all do custom tights? Oh, we can do some custom tights, baby. Don't worry about it. Thank you, my best friend. Thank you.
Who said that?
D. Will, matter of fact, we doing hoodies for the fall.
They just want to show that monkey.
We doing hoodies for the fall.
They
We
want to put
doing
that toe
tights.
out.
We doing shorts for the men. Hey, whatever y'all want to do, let's get it.
Then we doing drawers for the men.
Do y'all got any keychains? We can. Don't worry. We can get you whatever you like.
The merch.
We have all the merch you need. You tell us what you want, we got you, baby. Don't worry about it. Don't forget, for next week, we're running a special on advertising. If you'd like to advertise your business, because we do have a lot of black businesses out there that, hey, they need to be promoted. And what a better outlet than Grown Folks Business podcast, where we have hundreds of people that are connecting with us, getting on here. We're running a special for next week, $25 to advertise your business. You'll get plugged, of course, on Tea Time and on the show. And we'll run our memory card on the screen up top with your logo and company's name.
This has been one of the most de-energizing shows we've done.
He said de-energizing.
It
She
killed
said,
me.
what y'all say, burning, she
It
said.
killed me. This is a she said edition.
I hate you, Sway.
And I need you fellas. I'll tell you what, fellas. I'll talk to you. I'll reach out. We got.
It's not de-energizing because we'll have conversations that are just about the men, and it'll be just as energizing to me to discuss what's going on in y'all life as is what's going on in our life. But today there was a subject brought up. I mean, and you brought the subject in. It turned into something else. So hey, thank you very much, Tree. He said, great show, awesome show. We appreciate it. We thank you again for everybody's support. Thank you to my sister Tiska for stopping in and being one of our guest hosts today and supporting everything we do. Thank you for everybody that support the vision. I really do appreciate you guys so much. This vision has flourished to be more than what I've expected it to be, and I just appreciate everybody. I thank you for my BFF down there for co-hosting with me every show. I truly appreciate everybody. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to Grown Folks Business. If you have any topics, you can email us at grownfolksbusiness2021@gmail.com, or you can always text the show line 214-616-2808. Until we see you guys on Tea Time, which we don't know if it's gonna be Sunday or Monday. Just be looking forward.
Tea Time, we shooting for it Sunday. We like to energize you for the week that's going. It's been our bad.
Thank you, Mike.
We running on Mondays if need be, but on
Ashley
Tea
says
Time,
she's coming on the show.
but that's fine.
Bring Ashley on the
but on
show.
Tea Time
Ashley.
coming up, aggressive
Key
partners
about if you
versus
with a person
passive
that comes
partners.
in your life.
On Tea Time, aggressive partners versus passive partners. They out there, they do exist. People normally have extramarital affairs.
You can't say no she shed talks away. It's about the people.
The P word is coming up next week. The P word.
The tea is good on Sunday.
Polygamy.
There we go. But we're going to say this. So that'll kind of knock us out the box, because most people that start the polygamy relationships are the men, and the women, we just follow suit in it. So, but we're going to be fine with that. We're not tripping on the barbershop talk, the she sheds talk. Whatever y'all want to talk about, we're here to talk about it. That's what Grown Folks Business is about. We're talking about our grown folks business. That's what we're doing. There's no bars hold, no limitations, whatever y'all want to talk about. I mean, today I appreciate everybody for joining us for such a sensitive subject at the end, because it's a sensitive subject for a lot of us and a lot of our viewers, as we've seen, and we appreciate y'all for opening up to us. We thank you for letting us in your space, letting us in your life. Thank you for allowing us to be a part and try to even maneuver and help each other get through what we need to get through. We appreciate it. We'll see y'all on Sunday. Anybody want to join us for the round table on Sunday? We
open up the round table. Let us know.
Yeah, we probably gonna hit Glorious or something like that.
I'm gonna get some Casamigos out of here.
Talking about some Casamigos. I mean, thank you, Keita. Sabrina, I don't believe you missed the show, Sabrina. Oh, I don't believe it. Just go back and watch it. But you know, to catch us at Tea Time on Sunday. Sunday, we got a meeting. As soon as our meeting over with, we'll probably just go on ahead to Glorious. Sit down on the patio. Go to Taco Cabana, sit down on the patio. Whatever y'all want to do, but we need to sit on the patio so that we can be open without being disrespectful. All right, guys. So we'll see you guys on Tea Time. Appreciate you. We out.
We out. Holla at you.